Hey everyone, this is RudeOnion here, and I thought I might do a video showing some of the collectible things that I've gotten over the years. I actually just got a very nice bookcase from my dad. Thanks, Dad. Love you a lot. And I finally have a place to put a lot of the stuff that I've been collecting over the years. A lot of you guys know me from Assassin's Creed. A number of you guys know me from Destiny now. So just thought I'd show you some of the stuff that I've gotten. And I hope you like. I hope you enjoy. So this is the bookcase. Oh, I gotta back up here. That's the top of the bookcase. And it's not completely filled out yet. The top, or the two bottom ones. I really don't have anything in them quite yet. I gotta buy more stuff. Man, I gotta buy more stuff. But this is the bookcase and I'm loving it. I mean, obviously the bookcase itself isn't very special. From what I've been told by my dad, it's actually older than I am right now, which is pretty interesting. But it's a good place to put all this stuff that was clogging the area around my TV before. So anyway, let's get started. Obviously the Assassin's Creed section here, some of my little statues. This one is probably one of my favorite pieces. This is RudeOnion. Sorry, it's not entirely in focus there. This is RudeOnion, which I got when Ubisoft invited me to E3. Thanks, Ubisoft. Love you lots as well. And $100 value. I got it for free because I am awesome. So anyway, that is indeed Arno with my face on it. I can't really get the camera too close. I'm just filming this with my phone, nothing special. But RudeOnion does indeed have my face on it. He, whatever, it. Brotherhood puppet, Harlequin, whatever, from pre-ordering Brotherhood back in the day. I always wish that I had the Doctor one instead, but I was never able to get a hold of it, so that kind of bummed me out. Ezio, can you tell that I love the shit out of Ezio? By the way, who is excited for Assassin's Creed Ezio Trilogy Collection? Because I know I am. Altair. The reason why his face is a little bit, like, it's hard to tell because, again, the camera won't focus, but his lip is, like, partially bitten off. That was my cat, who decided that he wanted to knock Altair down and take a bite out of his face. That was given to me by a teacher that I used to have back when I studied game design. He didn't work for Ubisoft. He worked for... oh, now I can't remember. The developer that started with a T, I honestly cannot remember the name, but for some reason they gave out Arno figures there at work one day. I guess that happens. And so anyway, yeah, he gave it to me because he figured I would like it. I got some Connor in the back, not a huge Connor fan, so also that's a big statue, so he stays in the back. More Ezio. Sandy, you gave me, was it the black one or was it the white one? I think you gave me the white one. When I got to meet you at E3, so thank you for that. Addy and Altair. Little things. I don't even remember what the brand of those toys are called, but this is really cool. This is rebuilding trust with your friends after playing Assassin's Creed Brotherhood multiplayer. This is official. This isn't fan-made. Distributed by rebuildbrotherhood.org. This was a site, as I recall, done by Ubisoft back when Assassin's Creed Brotherhood multiplayer had just come out or was just coming out. These are postcards. Actual postcards that say things like, "Sorry I dominated you last night. Friends don't let blades get between them. You make feeling scared all warm and fuzzy. Think of me when you're alone in dark rooms." That's my favorite one. My heart smiles when I stab yours. I don't look forward to mourning you. So yes, I love these. This is actually a website, and there was a phone number that you could call, and it would like walk you through the steps of healing after you get murdered by your friends in Brotherhood. It was awesome. I wish it was still around. I do not believe that it is. But yes, I love it. The next shelf down is my Avengers shelf and Marcus Phoenix and Michonne. Yeah, I guess it's not as themed as the top shelf. But it's still, you know, I tried to keep it mostly Avengers. I didn't have anywhere to put Marcus Phoenix because, oh, actually, now that I think about it, Let's see here. There are a couple things that are not on here that actually should be on here that I did not think about until now. This is the collector's thing. It's dirty. I need to clean that shit. It's easier to see in the light. It has the cog tag, Dr. Adam Phoenix, for sort of like a Medal of Honor sort of thing. I guess that can go on there somewhere. I also have, well, I'll bring up the next one when we go one shelf down because it's more relevant one shelf down. So I got Fluffy Black Panther back in here. I have the Hammer Thor, which I can lift because I am worthy. Just some little bits and pieces, some little Funko Pop figures. You can probably tell that I like Hawkeye a lot. It's just, I'm not going to apologize for it. It's just the way I am. These are the, oh, what are they called? It was like a special run of comic book characters done by some company in Japan. I honestly don't remember the name. But it's that special run. They're awesome, awesome figures, and the bases here are magnetic. The figure's not always strong enough to pull it up, but that's what makes them stand. Otherwise, they would not be standing. So I love it. I love little arrows. They do come out. He loses them all the time, and I yell at him because he loses them. This is the gold and black Iron Man. The red and gold one was more expensive than I wanted to pay. So I thought this one looked badass anyway, so that's the one I got. Disney Infinity, and I don't play the game, I don't have a console for it, but from what I've heard, it's dead now anyway. But I like these little figures, I thought they were adorable, so I got them. These are kind of interesting. These are actually, what were they called? Pop toppers. When I went to see the Avengers movies at the local theaters, they had, if you got a large, like the large pop, it came with a black lid, like a black domed lid, and these would sit in the top of the lid on top. And then it had a hole for the straw. I think this one, this one was when I went to Age of Ultron. And I got this one, and I got Thor for my friend of mine who was going. They were like $3 each. I'm like, it's adorable. I want it. I think this one was Civil War. I got 2 Iron Mans. I don't know why. I think I just really wasn't interested in some of the other ones. I like Iron Man too. Not as much as Hawkeye, but I like him too. So that is really the gist of this. Oh, this is from Gears of War 3. Which I got for Christmas from my folks some time ago. That's a cool statue. I like it. I dig it. Marcus Phoenix is pretty cool. He's not my favorite, but Baird has my heart, but I'm not going to find too many statues of Baird, so I have to make do with Marcus Phoenix. Looking at this one, we have my Halo stuff. Well, a portion of my Halo stuff. This is, of course, everyone recognizes the famous Reach Mountain statue. June, Emil, Carter, Kat, and George. So, yes, I played so much Halo Reach back in the day. It was one of my favorite Halo games, so especially Kat is especially awesome. One thing I also have that isn't currently on the shelf, but I'm going to be putting on it, I just have to clean them up a little bit. They got a little bit of stickiness on them. But the old metal cards. So you could collect one for each character. And then the last one, the 6th one, is a mirror. That's supposed to be yourself. There you can see me. As Noble 6. So that was pretty cool. I believe GameStop was giving those away back in the day when I worked there, so I was able to collect all of them. It was like a Reach pre-order type thing. I was like, just give me all of them. And back in here we have the Halsey journal that came with, which one did that come with? Halo 3? Or, but there's a Halsey, that's just the packaging for it behind the mountain there. It has like sketches and everything from Dr. Halsey. Like it's awesome. My Star Trek pop figure, Jayla, I believe her name was, from the newest Star Trek movie. I thought she was awesome. I loved her character. So when I saw that there was a Funko figure for her, I was like, fuck yes, give me this character. My Spartan Lock controller that recently stopped working after having it for like less than a year, because I believe I got it right around Christmas of last year. So, gorgeous controller. I even have little thumb protectors on it because I put divots in my for my thumbnails. but recently it stopped working. Every time I put fresh new batteries into it, it just dies after like a minute or two. So, fuck you, Spartan Lock controller, you gorgeous controller. It's annoying. Of course, the Halo 3 helmet. No Halo collection would be complete without this baby. Again, you can see my phone in the reflection there. I love that it's gotten lugged around from my parents' house to my old apartment to my new apartment. I will always have it in my collection. If I had a nice coffee table, it would make a cool centerpiece. But for now, it's going to sit on my beloved bookcase. And then, of course, some of my Halo Reach figures. Kat, George, and June. June has trouble standing. So June gets to just sit there and chill. That's the June way, is to just kind of sit there and chill and not do shit. So I love Kat. Kat is without a doubt my favorite character from Halo Reach. And, well, besides the Chief, maybe my favorite character from Halo. Although, you know, the classics, the other Spartans, Fred, Kelly, Linda, they're all awesome. If you can't tell, I've loved Halo for years, ever since Combat Evolved, and I love the lore and story behind it. So, there's my little Halo shelf. I do have more Halo stuff. Actually, I do have a lot more stuff just kind of in general. Most of it is smaller things, though, and a lot of them are at my parents' house yet because I haven't had the opportunity to bring them to my apartment, but this is at least like the bigger pieces of my collection and kind of the pieces that I love the most. And then since I did miss a couple things up here at the top, Sam Fisher, everyone say hi to Sam Fisher. It's pretty cool. And of course, let's see if I can kind of get, there's a lip on the top of the bookcase here. So I felt safe putting this up here. It was too tall to actually fit in the bookcase itself. Plus, it doesn't look like I have a lot of room on the Assassin's Creed shelf. So he is leap of faithing to the floor way down there. I want to put like a tiny little hay bale down there, just like, for, you know, shits and giggles. I think that would be a good idea. But yes, here I'm trying to, it's taller than I am, so that's the piece though. He is leap of faithing, swan diving. It's an awesome statue. I love it. I love it so much. It costs more than it should. No, actually it wasn't that bad. So there are actually a couple things that are not on the bookshelf just because I didn't really want to put them on those shelves because they would look so empty anyway. And I still want to show them to you though. So this is kind of the mini Bioshock collection here. Of course, I got the Big Daddy pop figure, Songbird pop figure. I do not have the Songbird statue. I wish to God that I had bought it back when it was new. I did not. I don't think I really had the money to do it. I wish I had it so much. I would pay for it right now. Like, I would pay quite a bit for it right now because it's amazing. Songbird, of course, is awesome. So I may do with the pop figure, which is adorable. I love it. And of course, Big Daddy. And then this was the collector's edition for Bioshock 2. One thing that was kind of funny is that I had actually bought this Bioshock 2 back when it first came out, and one day, it was just a regular edition. I didn't have the money for anything spectacular. And then one day, somebody came in while I worked there and traded in this beauty. And of course my manager was like, you know, you can keep the extras. We can't give you money, anything more for the extras. Just the way GameStop operates. We don't have, you know, they didn't have used prices for those kinds of things. It was just, you know, either you included them or you didn't. You know, you weren't expected to by any means. And they're like, well, you know what, just give this to somebody. I don't need it. So they traded it in. I bought it like 5 minutes later. I was like, nope, I'm buying this. So, you know, for the price of a used copy of Bioshock 2, I got this. It did come with a record inside. Here's a little picture of that. That's actually hanging up in my room right now. And posters, a couple little posters that are rolled up inside. And I just love it. I think it's amazing. Look at that. That is awesome. Handprints making up the butterfly. Like, I love it. I love it. It's awesome. I've never listened to the record. I don't have a record player in the apartment. My dad doesn't have a working one anymore. But just, you know, I don't really open it. It's just sealed up and I like it. It's fine. Not really collectibles, but most of my video games there. And then over here, we actually have some guitars. Destiny, my Destiny stuff, which doesn't amount to a whole lot. I do actually have a pin as well that is somewhere. Not sure where actually. I do have a bunch of posters. There's the Oryx poster. But these are the Ingram squishy balls. Stress relief balls. I love them. They're so cute. And then, of course, my custom ghost that I got from Etsy. And it does light up in the back. I can't do it one-handed. Let's see here, just a second. There we go. It glows green. Actually, the green on the ghost itself does glow in the dark. And then, of course, the LED, it glows green as well. And so, yeah, sorry this is so dusty. I had a lot of those little collectibles up over here. And so I just moved them over, like, last night. I haven't really had a chance to clean off this display at all. But, yeah, so my Destiny stuff. Bungie, get on making Bungie Funko Pop figures for the love of the traveler. Just do it, so I can have a Destiny shelf over there. It shouldn't be that hard. Okay, so, this might already look a little different, but in the time between takes, I have found more and more nerdy things. Gaming and non-gaming related. Hello, Skittles. Thank you for crashing my video. I appreciate it. Things that I needed to add to my bookcase. So here's a number of hardcover art books and strategy guides for various games. Art books there. This is kind of interesting. This is a keychain that I've had on my keys since Assassin's Creed Brotherhood came out. That's not in focus. It really, really doesn't want to be in focus. There we go. Little Harlequin. So I thought that was pretty cool. I have some comics, not a lot. The flimsy little comics I keep in my room. So these are the books sort of things. And then this is really cool. And I'm actually hoping to get this framed today. This is a painting. Well, it's a print of a painting, but it's really hard to do here with one hand. Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell, Ubisoft franchise. Let's see if I can get it open. God damn it. It's all rolled up. I tried straightening it for a while, but here we go. I hold it down with my leg. So, it has a little seal. I don't think you can see it, no, because it doesn't show up. It's just print like a little, like a print seal on it. But, so, yes, I'm looking to get that hopefully framed today. It'll be gorgeous and I love it. It's fantastic looking. And then one thing I'm actually going to tell you about, I can't show you because even though I spent like about 15 minutes just now looking for it, I think that it's actually at my parents' house for safekeeping yet. But I actually got from entering in a contest hosted by Visceral back before Dead Space 2 came out. You had to design a sequence where Isaac would die. And you could either draw it, you could like animate it yourself, you could play it out in real life and film yourself doing it. This is basically any way to get the point across. You could just write it if you wanted to, for a sequence of events or actions that would take place, and Necromorph would kill Isaac. So I entered, I didn't win, but without telling anybody that they were going to do this, they sent out mail to everyone who had entered, and it was a glow-in-the-dark Rorschach painting type thing of Isaac's mask face, his face, well, it's his mask. It's hard to describe. It might show up, it might be hard to show up on camera anyway because it is glow in the dark. But so it's really pale, like green in the light, but it's awesome. My dad almost threw it out because he didn't recognize the name Visceral. He thought it was spam. He's like, I think you got some spam mail today. I was like, oh, whatever, I'll take a look at it. I'm like, Dad, this is from Visceral. Visceral. Like, this is not spam. Like, even the mail, the package that it sent was like partially see-through and it had like Isaac on it and stuff. It was awesome. It was awesome. And then it came with a little sheet, like a little doctor's note describing, how Isaac has been affected by the events of the first game. So I really wish I could show that to you, but I don't have it here at my apartment. So maybe I'll post some pictures on Twitter or something I can show you guys another time. Thing I just added recently as well that I think is pretty interesting. Well, the object itself isn't interesting. It's the PC version of Brotherhood. It hasn't even been opened because I can't really play these games on my PC. It doesn't really play them very well at all, so I don't even bother. But actually what's interesting about this is the circumstances of how I got it. basically, several years ago, Ubisoft was running a little contest on their Facebook page, back when Facebook actually allowed giveaways, which I believe that they don't anymore. But anyway, I digress. I entered in their contest. Basically what they wanted was, like, in one sentence, or as few words as possible, sum up what you would say to get somebody to play Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Now, my submission, thinking back on it, actually had more to do with Assassin's Creed 2. Actually had everything to do with Assassin's Creed 2. But it was so funny, I ended up winning anyway. And what I won from Ubisoft was a copy of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood and Assassin's Creed 2 for PC. 2 is somewhere. That one I did open. But I found Brotherhood just by looking for some other things, so I thought I might share the story with you too. I thought that was interesting. So, yeah, they actually went ahead and contacted me on Facebook, and I got Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. What my submission was, what I would say to get somebody to play Assassin's Creed Brotherhood is that you get into a fist fight with the freaking Pope. Now, of course, anybody who's played the games knows that that actually refers to Assassin's Creed 2. I wasn't really thinking at the time, but I won anyway because I thought it was funny. Apparently they thought it was funny. And hey, that is what you could say to get somebody to play the sequel. It's like, well, in the first game, you get into a fist fight with the freaking Pope. So the second game has to be really cool as well. So it still applies, I think, whatever. So yeah, I wanted to share that one for you. I thought that you might appreciate that a bit. That's really all I got for you guys in this video. Like I was kind of saying before, there is more stuff that I could put on here. Maybe I'll come up with an updated video later on of some of the things that I've added in the meantime. But I hope you've enjoyed. I hope that you like seeing some of the things that I've collected over the years that I've been playing games. And if you would like to, go ahead and post a video where you show your comics or games or collection, you know, whatever your kind of nerdy love is. That's my Xbox. Apparently somebody's messaging me. I should probably get to that eventually, maybe. We'll see. Go ahead and share your collections. I would like to see them. If you want to post the link in the comment section below, that is okay. I will allow that. I will allow a little bit of advertising in this video. Gaming collections, nerd collections, all that stuff is a lot of fun, so feel free to do so. That's perfectly fine with me. I will not delete those. They might get auto-detected by YouTube, but I will approve them. So if it doesn't get posted right away, it's not because I didn't approve it. It's just because it hasn't auto-approved, and I need to individually approve some of those. So anyway, yes, feel free to do that. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I am coming out with more Destiny lore in the future. Definitely, I'm working on a video, so definitely stay tuned for that. Hopefully that'll be up within the week. And I just want to say peace. Peace, everyone. Have a good Halloween. Have an excellent Halloween. I hope that you do. Take care.